Dear change makers, visionaries, change seekers, Honorable VC sir, Veena garu, Rama garu, Kalyani ji, I am the odd man out here. After listening to all these inspiring stories here, education, job, blood donation, stories, what do we have to offer? The beggars. Like Martin Luther King said once, Martin Luther King Jr. said once, I have a dream. And that changed the scenario of US. That changed the human rights scenario all over the world. But we don't have dreams. We have lost all the dreams, that's why we are on the streets. But I have targets. I don't have the luxury of dreaming, I have targets. That in 3 years, after making one city sustainably and scalably begging free, the beggars whom you throw coins at, their company, Beggars Corporation, will register itself in the stock exchange for IPO. You love to hate us, but we love to give you something that when you become frustrated or down in your career, you will look at us, see the beggars, how they have become millionaires, how they have formed a profitable company which is investable, how they have formed unicorn. And when the educated youth like you complain about jobs, complain about work, you can take inspiration from us. See, the uneducated beggars who do not have even Aadhaar cards, how they could form a company so profitably, handle the investments, and become employers. Instead of seeking jobs, how they become employers. So, let us start how, without taking a single pie from the government, Beggars Corporation does not accept fund from the government. Beggars Corporation does not accept fund from VC firms. Beggars Corporation does not take donations, does not take CSR funds. But without taking all these things, how we can make India begging free? I have a question here. To my young friends, there are so many policies in India. And every morning you are complaining about jobs. Is there employment policy in India? India does not have any employment policy yet. Beggars Corporation is not all about beggars. Beggars Corporation is a laboratory of result-oriented employment policy of India. See, if the uneducated beggars can be entrepreneurs, how can the educated youth like you complain about jobs or unemployment? So let us join together to make India begging free and see how it works. Let me ask you, tell me one industry which is making highest revenue in India. Pardon? One industry, name the industry. I'm not talking about the category. I'm talking about one industry which is making highest revenue from Mumbai. Yeah, Reliance. What was its last turnover in 2022-23? 9,74,000 odd crores. But there is another industry which is of 18.5 lakh crore plus. Do you know what is that industry? That's the industry of poverty that we have created. That's the industry of poverty what we have created. The subsidies in 4 categories that the government of India gives is of 6.8 lakh crore only. In 4 categories, the subsidy by the government of India is only 6.8 lakh crore. Add other categories, add CSR funds, add the subsidies by the state governments, it is 18.5 lakh crore, and that's not my data, that's the data of Bain and Company. And how many beggars we have in India? The government record says, according to census 2011, 4,13,670 beggars are there. And top 5 states, United Andhra is number 3. I'm standing here. The place of Nizams, Kas, Banjara Hill, Banjara ka hota. The Banjara Hill, if the Banjaras would have refused then to give their hills to the king, to the Nizam, then the story of Hyderabad and Andhra would have been different. We are trying to do the same thing with the beggars. Beggars are refusing to take your donations. Beggars are creating companies for profit companies. In this entire talk of the whole day was regarding giving back to the society, donation, all these things. But here I am one odd man out who is heading one for-profit company of the beggars. And we have 4,13,670 beggars. And see, what's our private donation market in India? The private donations in India stands at 1,05,000 crore. Private, I am not talking about government. And it's the India Philanthropy Report 2023 by Bain and Company with Dasra. What's our total individual donations? Forget about CSR. Forget about NGOs. We the people of India, as the Constitution says, our preamble, we the people of India donate 33,000 crore per annum. And it is likely to be 51,000 crore in financial year 2027. That's the estimate of Bain and Company. How much fund we need to make India begging free? Beggars are not so poor, beggars are choosers now. We don't take your coins. The minimum investment amount for beggars is 2 lakh rupees that we take for handholding. That is under our one beggar, one mentor scheme. So according to that standard, if we calculate it at 5 lakh beggars, then it becomes 10,000 crore. Means just with 9.5% of our 1 year's private donations, we can make India begging free once for all. That's why we say, don't donate, invest or purchase. See, between July, August 2022, when Beggars Corporation was not even incorporated, we gave a call in social media, in LinkedIn. We gave a call on LinkedIn. Instead of donations, just invest. And since we are not sure whether we will be able to repay the money or not, we asked for only 10,000 because we could not dare to handle more. 57 people in less than 30 days deposited 10,000 each. And the first person who deposited, I didn't know him. Engineer Rohit Sharma from Cobra. And the third person who deposited was from Hyderabad, Ravi Shankar Nadimpali. 57 people, they deposited 10,000 each, 5.7 lakh. In 6 months, we repaid it. In February, we repaid it with 16.5% ROI in 6 months. That's why we say, don't donate, invest. Earn profit with punya or purpose. If we take it in the traditional form, then you earn visible punya. I don't know what kind of punya the Bhagavan will give you, the God will give you, that you know it better. Or you may get it in the next birth. But in this birth itself, you can earn the punya in the terms of money that you give. See, how much revenue we earned just with 17 beggar-turned entrepreneurs. I was afraid of the numbers that my social change makers were showing here. And I have a very small number to show. Only 17 beggars we turned into entrepreneurs. And those 17 beggar-turned entrepreneurs earned 3 crore 48 lakh 79,025 rupees in this financial year. That means almost 20.5 lakh per beggar. If you calculate 5,000 per day, that was the revenue. That's not profit. That's the revenue. 5,000 per day. And you can see here, you are investing, earning punya or that purpose with profit, and simultaneously you are changing lives once for all. See the change. It is not something that the Bhagavan will give you in the next birth. This is what you see just in 1 year. And the change you can see and so see. There is one called Vishal who was begging at the ghat, a 12-year boy who was begging at the ghat, taking Bhagavan Shankar avatar. The German ambassador came, took selfie with him. It went viral, was published in so many publications outside India also. And the same boy is painting there with that typical Bhagavan Shankar avatar and writing, "This is me, ha ha ha, I want to go to school." This painting is in the PMO. And here you see in our school of life, there is that Vishal. Here you see another Rajni Didi begging at the ghat. And now you see her son is studying in one English medium school, not informal school. And when the largest school chain of Banaras, Sunbeam school chain, invited me to their talk, I had one condition. I don't want to tell stories. I want to carry the life story in life with me. I want to present the story on your dais. And they allowed me. There you see Rajni Didi and her son. They are on the dais of Sunbeam with me. The change you can see, you can show. You can join today. Beggars Corporation is not our company. Beggars Corporation is not a kind of hierarchy of the family. I believe I am simply a representative of the social conscience, the collective conscience of the society. You people exist, your conscience exists, that's why we exist. We are no different. So we give it a call. We want to make it a movement. India has not seen any positive movement in last 75 years of independence. All the movements, all the revolutions we have are either political or say just to blame others. This is not a kind of blame game. Only Binoba Bhave started that socio-economic movement, but that failed when the government supported it. Governments are for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. But society was there before 1,000 years and will remain after 1,000 years. You are creating the governments. So why you should depend on the government? Why we should blame others always for when we are donating 33,000 crore rupees individually and we are depending on the government. Government is not doing this, government is not doing that. What we are doing then? That's why we are saying, let us join hands. How we can join? We have one Citizens for Begging Free India. Those people who are our customers, who are our investors, taking them, we have formed that kind of network that is Citizens for Begging Free India. Dr. Partha Chopra from Germany is heading it. And Mr. Premnath R from Chennai, who is Assistant HR of State Bank of India, he is the secretary of it. There are 2,100 plus members till date. And the individuals can join as one beggar, one mentor. Individuals can join as a member customer. The companies, the institutions can join as impact partner, even invest in SPV, all these things. I have less time, so I have to conclude it. We are now going to create one Begging Free India fund. In 2024, we will start it with 14.9 crore, and by 2029, it will be 1,125 crore. And this is a citizens movement, one beggar, one mentor. Here you see Dr. Partha Chopra and his family with the beggar turned entrepreneur Mirch Mala Devi. And it is clearly mentioned, you can see it here. We don't take funds from VC, corporate, NGO or governments. One VC firm against 10% equity offered us 10 crore. We refused. It's a citizens movement where the will of citizens uplift the extreme poor under a profit with purpose model. It's not class conflict, it's class cooperation that we are creating. Impact of 2 lakh, when we invest 2 lakh under one beggar, one mentor scheme, if you invest it, if you continuously reinvest it for 15 years, then how much you get? Your 2 lakh becomes 64 lakh and you change the lives of 31 beggar families. And this is the version of our former Chief Economic Advisor to Government of India, who is now Executive Director at IMF, Dr. Krishnamurthy Subramaniam. Beggars Corporation is a unique initiative, first of its kind in the world. He says, I have not seen the world. He has seen the world. He says it, quote unquote, Beggars Corporation is a unique initiative, first of its kind in the world, to transform beggars into self-dependent individuals. And then he adds, I pray to all of you to support this laudable initiative. Let us together create history. Here I end. Let us together create history. Here you can find some, and thank you to Touch a Life Foundation. The story they made on us 1 year back. It was published in Inadu, another story. The first story was published on us there in Epoch Times, New York, India Today, IS Insights, and Hindustan Times that says a corporation that turns beggars into entrepreneurs. Thank you all. Let us join hands to create history together. Thank you.